Welcome to LaserDisc and Chill. It's December, which means Christmas month, and I got some LaserDiscs for Christmas. Yay! A Belgian movie critic was selling off his entire collection. He was moving and he had to downsize. And he turned out to be quite the Spielberg fan. Now, I'm a Spielberg fan, and my collection goal is to have all the available Spielberg movies on LaserDisc. So I was quite happy to see some titles I did not yet have. Let's take a look, and I'll also show some clips. Because we are movie lovers and because we are nerds, let's do this chronologically. The first is Duel. Spielberg's major debut, or let's say Spielberg's theatrical debut, at least in European countries or in some select European countries. In America, this was a TV movie. I've never seen this one before, so I can't comment on its quality. I did, of course, sample the LaserDisc prior to this video, and I can say that the picture quality for a low-budget, early 70s movie is quite good. The Sugarland Express, second Spielberg full-length feature and his first to debut worldwide in cinemas. Well, not worldwide, but at least in countries that got the movie in theaters. This one was a theatrical release in his native America as well. This is an adequate release, but not one to show off to your friends and say, hey, you know, you should invest in LaserDisc, the best in PQ and AQ. 1941. One of the weirder Spielberg movies. I still like it because, of course, it's a Gail Zemeckis script, and as you know, Gail and Zemeckis were responsible for my favorite movie of all time. This one is, well, it's a mess. I mean, story-wise, structurally, even editing, it could use better editing, even though there is a longer extended version. And this one also came out on a signature collection LaserDisc in the late 90s, which has significantly better PQ and AQ. This is still an essential release as a Spielberg connoisseur and collector. Empire of the Sun, another one I've never seen. I do own the Blu-ray, got it for $3. And it even includes a 50-minute documentary, which was relatively uncommon in the late 80s. LaserDisc special features were, of course, introduced thanks to the Criterion Collection. King Kong was the first to ever have an audio commentary, but in the 80s it was still let's say common to find just the movie titles and not feature-packed releases. This one has an almost an hour of documentaries, so that's great value for your money, even at the time when LaserDiscs were prohibitively expensive. Always an underrated one, I'd say. I had the PAL LaserDisc prior to acquiring this NTSC American one. Not many people talk about Always when they mention Spielberg and his filmography. It's very sentimental, cheesy, mawkish, but very effective and touching movie as well. And it also features the last performance ever by screen legend Audrey Hepburn, who sadly passed away just 2 or 3 years later due to she succumbed to cancer, and she had all but retired at this point. She really came back one last time at the behest of Spielberg. She was a UNICEF ambassador at that point, and she only has one scene. You can see her here in a small photo. She only has one scene, but she's very, very good. I mean, she was always very good, but she it's really a very bittersweet final performance by, well, a silver screen legend. I can really recommend Always. It's a very nice movie. It's a very little movie in Spielberg's filmography. And last but not least, from the same seller, I got Schindler's List. Excellent picture quality. This, well, as always, black and white images translate very well to home video. It's the case for Blu-ray, 4K, LaserDisc, even Betamax. Yeah, there's just something about black and white that really pops off the screen, and Schindler's List is no exception. This is, of course, Spielberg's magnum opus. perhaps his most, or probably his most personal movie, the one he really intended to make, the one he needed all the clout and experience for that he had built up in the prior 20 odd years. The one he finally got his well-deserved Best Director and Best Picture Academy Award for. In the same year as Jurassic Park, by the way. I mean, what an insane year Spielberg had in 1993. He completed both Jurassic Park and Schindler's List. In fact, he was editing or overseeing the editing of Jurassic Park while on location for Schindler's List. So that must have been really mind-blowing to be deeply invested into a 3-hour plus epic, while at the same time putting the finishing touches on a very, very great, well, superbly excellent, but still motion picture, a popcorn fluff movie like Jurassic Park. I now know why he needed 4 years between directing another movie, because he, I think it was emotionally and mentally drained after this double whammy. This is a great LaserDisc, really recommend it. And then from another seller in Antwerp as well, I saw an ad on a second-hand website, and he was selling off his entire collection as well, more than 200 titles, very, very rare titles included. Well, nothing like the Cell or Titan AE, but still like Spaceballs, the second Austin Powers, and he had 2 titles I coveted for a very long time. One is The Nightmare Before Christmas, which I'll show in another video, and one is the E.T. Extraterrestrial Special Features box set. This is one I've been wanting for the longest time. This is the most complete edition of his masterpiece E.T. This one is the only box that includes the very rare Harrison Ford deleted scene, which Spielberg cut because he thought it was distracting. So what is included? A new letterbox THX transfer of E.T. in CAV standard play format, a gold compact disc with expanded and remastered score by John Williams, who got his an Academy Award for this one. The making of a very, very long documentary made by Laurent Bouzereau. Behind the scenes footage by John Toll, the Henry Thomas original audition, which is great. My God, the kid was talented. You could see it in the audition tape. And you can also hear Spielberg literally saying, "You got the job, kid." I mean, that was an awesome audition. There's a small booklet. The previous owner was a smoker, so I can still smell the smoke. 4 discs, 8 sides, and as mentioned, the CD soundtrack, which is a little weird. I would have, well, of course, this was the mid-90s, but I would have included a vinyl because, yeah, this is a vinyl-sized box set. So, in fact, I still have the vinyl from '82 in great condition. I could even put it on top, and look at that. It could fit neatly into the LaserDisc box set for the complete oral and video experience. So yeah, that concludes my LaserDisc haul for December 2020, a very Spielberg-centered or very Spielberg-specific bounty loot. Spielberg is my biggest hero. If you ever watch this, Mr. Spielberg, please consider being interviewed by yours truly. So yeah, I know what to watch, so I'd say keep spinning those discs.